on this stage, but I'm going to bring up our first comedian of the night. He's been chatting my ear off, and he's trying to bribe us all by buying us beer. We like him already, maybe a little bit. It's Liam McNamara.
Thank you, Bowser. Let's hear it for Bowser. We're going to be with him all night. Whether we like it or not. Alright, so I've got to be fast. My time is tight, so if you fuckers laugh at me, you're going to get me in trouble with John. Not looking forward to being in trouble with John, so please don't laugh. You'll be a great audience. Just what I'm looking for. Alright, so I've had 2 recurring nightmares in my life. The first one, as a child, I would always, the nightmare would be that my family would be leaving on a trip, and they'd be calling for me to join them, and I would never be able to get there. Regardless of how fast I tried to run down that hallway, they would be pulling out of the driveway by the time I got to the front door, every time. And that nightmare stayed with me until like my late teens, okay? The second recurring nightmare of my life only started after I graduated from film school. And I worked on a couple of productions. And the dream would start every time I'd be in my trailer. I'd be in full makeup, wardrobe, I'd be picture ready. And this trailer was like the swankiest trailer I'd ever been in. So there's always a moment or two of enjoyment of like, oh, this is cool, man. But pretty quickly the realization would click in like, I don't really know what production this is. Which would lead quickly after to, I don't know what character I'm playing, which would immediately lead to, I don't know what my lines are. And as someone who's been performing for most of my life, when you don't know what your lines are, there is like some frantic panic that just builds into you real quick. So I start looking around this swag trailer for like my script. There's pages, sides, anything, but that's always when the knock on the door comes. They're ready for you on set. Snap change to arriving on set. The scene is lit, the crew is settled, I land at my mark. The director from behind the camera says, and action. And I wake up in a panicked flop sweat. But you know, that's a dream that when I first started having it, I would have that dream like once a month. And then as the years would go by, I would have that dream like once a quarter, 3-4 times a year. But it's not as if that could ever happen, right? I mean, the whole system is set up so that you'll never be in that situation, okay? So, but it was a great dream for me as a personal motivator, because whenever I booked anything, I was fucking over-prepared when I would get to set. So then in 2014, I booked a recurring role on a short-lived series shooting in Halifax called Sex and Violence. And when I got offered the role, the director, Tom, sent me a direct message, which is not normal. And his message read, "Hi Liam, I've instructed Filmworks to offer you the role of Timmy Fitzmaurice. It's not the role you auditioned for. Timmy is the grieving son whose father has killed his mother, and our hero has broke some legal protocols trying to prevent that from happening. You give a eulogy, you have a sexual dalliance with a social worker who is trying to get you to testify, and a court appearance to testify against your father. It's a 3-episode arc. It does require you to get a blowjob from Olympia Dukakis. Not a real one, but a pretend TV blowjob. Still a little weird, I know, but sexy grannies are really in vogue right now. The role requires less nudity than the ones you auditioned for, but there's still a glimpse in the sex scene. So I wanted you to digest what the role is and have the opportunity to ask me questions directly rather than through the agent or the casting director. I'm looking forward to working with you if you choose to do it. Tom."
Awesome, thank you.
Holy shit. Olympia Dukakis won an Academy Award and the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress in Moonstruck with Nicolas Cage and Cher. Holy shit. I'm gonna get a TV blowjob from an Academy Award winner. Holy shit. Quick Google search. Olympia Dukakis is 82 years old. Holy shit. So I call my agents, we brief talk, we accept, and they say, okay, production is going to send you a script, and no time, but you are set, your first day on set is scheduled for a Saturday, 2 weeks from now. Great. Hashtag sitting pretty. First week goes by, no script. Weekend goes by, no script. Monday, Tuesday, same. Wednesday, and I'm a patient guy, okay? But when Wednesday comes, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone to my agents, and I'm like, look, what's going on? So they call down to production, they rattle some chains, they get back to me, they're like, okay, well, here's what's happening. They're writing the show as they're shooting it. So that's why they don't have a script for you in advance. But don't worry, they're gonna get you a script real soon. Thursday, nothing. Friday, lunchtime, the production calls me direct at work and says, can we have your email address? We would like to email you your pages for your scene with the Academy Award winner tomorrow. Great, no problem. Send them to me. They send them real fast. I print them out real quick. I take the afternoon off. Go home, get in the tub, read, reread, reread, get off book. Just try to make some choices, some emotional choices, some physical choices. You know, leaving the room open for them for input, but I want to land on the set with choices made. And this is actually working out pretty good for me. My character in this scene, he's drunk, he's morose, and morose for anyone from Petty Kodiak means sad. Okay? So he's drunk, he's morose, and he's not very talkative, which all works out all right for me. He has a revelation, he has a breakdown, and then the comfort he receives has a wild sexual twist. But Olympia does most of the talking. I'm relegated to just having a few sentences of replies, and this I can do. Locked up. Pack my overnight bag, get early sleep, hop on the road, 2.5 hours to Halifax next morning, smooth sailing. Get to production early, send me in the wardrobe, fully dressed. All right. Makeup's not ready for you yet, because makeup's actually on set shooting the first scene of the day with Olympia. But they'll be ready for me soon, so they send me back to my trailer, and in this trailer, not the best trailer, not the worst trailer, but I actually have my signs. I'm like, this is great. Working on the scene, working on my lines. Knock, knock, knock. Makeup's back. They're ready to see you in the makeup trailer. Cool. Step down, step up into the makeup trailer. Olympia's there. They're taking off her makeup from the first scene, getting her ready for the makeup on our scene. Sit down, and she is wonderful. Immediately just introduces herself. Hi, Olympia. Starts sharing with me ideas about the scene. And then she asks me if I'd like to run lines with her. And what am I going to say no? When an Academy Award winner asks you if you want to run lines with them, you say, yes, you do. Yes, you do. So that's what I said. Yes, of course. So she says her first line. And I say my first line. And then she says something that I've never heard or read before. And pauses like she's done. And then I look down at my script, and I look up at her, and I try my second line. And she furrows her brow, looks down at her scripts, looks up, what was that? So I try my second line again, and she's like, that's not what I have here. I'm like, cool, great. So she takes my pages, and she looks and she compares the two, and they are, how you say, wildly different from each other. And it's at that time that one of the producers steps up into the makeup trailer, and she says, Jeff, there's a problem with the scripts. He has something that's different from what I have. So Jeff says, oh, okay, takes the papers, takes a look, shakes his head, goes, all right, I'll get you the right pages. But oh, by the way, transport's ready for you to take you to set as soon as you're done here, okay? Walks the fuck out. I have just found out that I have been studying the wrong lines for a show I'm about to walk onto set to. I am living my nightmare. Only it's my nightmare on steroids, because not only am I about to walk naked, literally and figuratively, onto a set, not knowing what's coming out of my mouth, but I'm doing it with an Oscar winner. No problem. But there are some problems, because Olympia, she's just about done. And me, I'm a boy, clear skin. There's not much need doing. So in like less than a couple minutes, I am in the back of a shuttle van going to set 3 blocks away, Saturday morning no traffic. It's like 60 seconds from door to door. I asked Olympia if I could borrow her script for the ride, but literally, she's handing it back to me. I'm not through the first page, and they're like, okay, well, we're here. Okay, here you go, thank you. Tom, the director, meets us at the door, brings us up to where we're gonna shoot the scene, takes me aside. Hi, Liam. I heard from Jeff that you were sent the wrong pages. here are the right pages. And don't worry, I'd like you to, while we finish lighting the scene, I'd like you to go over to the couch over there, you and Olympia. And I'd just like you to run the scene, just get comfortable, okay? Pats me on the back, fucks off. And I'm like, was there a don't worry in there somewhere? Because, what the fuck would I have to be worried about? So I'm like, all right, walking over to the couch, flipping pages, going, holy shit, this has changed entirely. Where I was used to be giving the 2 or 3 line answers, now she's giving 2 or 3 line questions, and I'm now giving a fuck ton of exposition. Okay, like I'm talking paragraphs of exposition. I found out later that they had to cut a scene from that episode, but they still needed to get the information from that scene into the episode, and I became the delivery vehicle for that information. Lucky me. So Olympia, she comes over to the couch. We start working on the scene, and we talk it through with the scripts, sort of try to block it out a little bit. Tom comes over, sits through, watches a couple, says, okay, that's looking pretty good, guys. I just keep rehearsing, we're still rehearsing. I just want you to bring you over to your first positions. We're gonna still rehearse, we're just gonna rehearse in your first position, see if we need to tweak the lighting, final touches, okay? Okay, so still rehearsing. He goes behind the monitor. Okay, looking good, guys, it's looking real good. Okay, still rehearsing. I'd like you to maybe on the next one, maybe put your scripts down, see what it feels like with your hands. Okay, still rehearsing. Still rehearsing, guys, we're gonna just start shooting the rehearsals now, okay? Because I just wanted the director of photography, get a feel for the moves of the scene, still rehearsing. And in really not a lot of time, we fucking knocked out that scene.
Yeah.
It was like an hour and a half. We got the master, we got my coverage, but an hour to turn around and get Olympia's coverage. And I came through the other side of my absolute nightmare, just elated, just obviously relieved. So at the end, as we're waiting for transport to take us back to base camp, Olympia, she grabs my hand, she pulls me down a little bit, and she looks at me, she says, "You're very good." And literally dropped the mic. I can die now professionally fulfilled. Like those few words in those few seconds from her. This is considering at the time Olympia Dukakis was teaching advanced scene setting classes in both New York and Los Angeles. If I never get any more validation in my life, that was it. So one final thing is that I learned one thing on that production that film school did not teach me, and that is if you're shooting a nude scene in a production, you're getting naked on day one. And I didn't think, but when you think about it, it does make sense, because if you show up to shoot your first scene of a production and you have to get naked on day one, but you get cold feet and you pull out, not meant to be a joke, the production's like, okay, that's a shame, but they'll recast, they'll move on to the next shot of the day, they'll recast that part and they'll shoot those scenes at the end of the week. But if they shoot all your other scenes first, and then they get to the nude scene, and then you get cold feet, then the production is fucked, because they not only have to recast you, but they have to reshoot all those other scenes. So just word of the wise, if you get cast in a production that requires nudity, be prepared to drop trowel on day one. And final thing, my mother loves Olympia Dukakis, and when I got the part, I of course had to tell my mom, I'm gonna be working with Olympia Dukakis, and she's gonna be sucking my dick. And of course, my mom, raising this child, didn't believe me. She said to me, "Liam, you're lying to me. I don't believe you. You're pulling my leg." So the next time we were together, I brought up the message from Tom on my screen, set it up for her. I was like, "Okay, Mom, just read the message. That's from Tom." I walked out of the room, and my mom shrieked twice, which I told to Tom when I got on the set. And on my last day of shooting, as I'm leaving, Olympia got the assistant to call me into the makeup trailer, because she had been brilliant the whole time. Such a wonderful lady, just asking me questions, talking to me. So she said, I heard the story about how your mother reacted when she found out about what was involved in our sex scene. And I just want to tell your mother that I'm not that kind of lady, okay? I have sons your age, for Christ's sake. So you just tell her I'm sorry, from making her shriek twice. I mean, just what a brilliant personal message. And my mom, of course, was tickled pink to get a personal message from Olympia Dukakis. And the next night that I was over at Mom and Dad's for supper, I was curious about it. I just had to know, because she's of the same generation. So I asked my mom, Mom, how old is Nana? And Mom said, Nana, this year is 82. I'm like, oh, fuck. Shit. My hat's off to Olympia's makeup team because she didn't look a day over 65. And it's been 9 years since then, and I have not had that nightmare since. Thank you, that's more than enough.